Hi, everyone, and welcome to our workshop today. I'm happy to be here and talking about AI, which is something that's not going away. Before I start the presentation, I just wanted to introduce myself a little bit, as well as just show you a little more details about the program. I know everybody's here for the workshop. I won't take too much of your time. See here. So my name is Payam Bina. I'm currently the chair of the Instructional Technology as well as the Educational Technology program at Touro University Graduate School of Technology. I also serve as the deputy chair of the undergraduate Cybersecurity and Network Administration. I also teach courses in the undergraduate as well as the grad. I've been working here around 20 years or so, more than 20 years. I've been also dealing a lot with faculty using their Canvas and Blackboard. Canvas, which is the learning management system. So I've been dealing with a lot with teachers as well as the program itself. Just a little bit more about the program. Let me just show you. Our website is gst.touro.edu, and you'll find much more information within the program, the educational technology. The program itself is 11 courses, 2 electives, 9 required courses. It's a program that can be either taken online or as well as in person. There are some courses that are asynchronous. We are working on making the courses in different modalities in the future. If anybody is interested in continuing this degree with us, with a master's degree, please let us know. Either you could contact me, I'll give you my information at the end of the presentation, or you could contact Marek Chikadze, who's the director of the program, and she will give you more details about the program. Okay, so what is this workshop? Our workshop today will be about AI, artificial intelligence for educators. I know this field is advancing so fast that what I knew yesterday is not what is up to date today. In fact, this morning I was going through some of the newest AI tools, and I've noticed there are more things that I don't even know about. So this is not something that I could teach you now, and then next week you'll see there's going to be new things available. So what I do want you to do is take this information that I'm giving you, but try to learn and adapt it to the new technology that's going to come on. In this workshop, I'll give you just a general overview of AI. We'll talk about prompts, prompt engineering, the auto grading, which I got a request to go over it again. Those of you who were with me in my last workshop, we did go through auto grading. We'll have some hands-on, and at the end of the presentation, I'll go over some tips regarding how we could use AI. Now, obviously, this is not a professional AI course that Google or any other company has. However, I think after this workshop, you'll have some tools under your belt to be able to incorporate it into your classroom. And that's what I'm trying to do for today's workshop. Okay, so here are some of the popular AI tools that we currently have. There is a ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, Gemini, which is part of Google. There is Meta AI, which you could also use for animated images. DeepSeek, which is one of the newer AIs, that was founded from China, which costs much less than ChatGPT and the Claude. So how do we use these AIs? So obviously, everybody here has been exposed to different types of prompting these AIs. So if, say, I have my AI tool here, and I want to say, prompt something here. So here basically are some of the common prompts that you could ask ChatGPT. So here's the free version of ChatGPT, and I could basically ask it, please provide me a step-by-step instructions on how to solve a linear algebra question. Okay, so this is basically a prompt that I gave, which is very, very, very broad. It's not really specific. However, you see that it does give me the specifics to the steps, how to work with it, and what to do. You could say, please give me a list of fruits with emojis. And it will give me fruits with emojis, which is also nice. You could ask for emojis and so on and so forth. Before I go through more of these prompts, I do also want to share with you that as a user, you have something called in the settings area, when you click on your name on the upper right corner, there's something called Customize ChatGPT. And in here, you are able to specify what it is that you want ChatGPT to tell you. So say, for example, what should ChatGPT call you? I could say, I want to call me Bob. And what do I do? Say, I am a university instructor teaching instructional technology courses. Okay. And here, what traits should GPT have? You could put in anything that you want here. You could say, I would like responses to be funny, but educational, please provide sources. So if I save this, right, and now when I run my new chat, I could ask it to give me the sample paper on cybersecurity. And it will give me, and at the end, it will give me the sources. Okay, so this is very general things that you could do with ChatGPT. Everybody clear with this? Okay, let's go back to our presentation for a second. I know we don't have too much time, so I want to go through this because there's a few things that I do want to cover. One other thing that I do want to mention regarding emails. Everybody knows that AI could provide or create an email for you. Now, sometimes you might think that, the email that the AI provides is very sophisticated or too complex, and the users that will see the message will know that it's from AI. So what you could do is you could provide the AI some of your previous emails, the way you write, and say, based on the following texts or emails, please use the same type of tone and way of writing an email and provide an email to the following. And it will do that for you. So keep that in mind. You could create rubrics, create course outline, pretend to be historical figure, and so on. Another thing that is also important to know that ChatGPT also does images. So let's say, for example, I want to create an image about a specific club that I have on my school. So I could say something like this: generate a flyer for my 8th grade math club and include a catchy phrase. Okay, and it will create, well, okay, here is the actual, okay, let's see if you could generate the image. Now I'm using the free version. The free version does allow you to have images as well. I will also show you how it's done in Copilot. Okay. Sometimes it takes time. By the way, you should know that ChatGPT just simply came up with a new DALI, I mean, the new version, which will create better images and will also work better with text. If you remember previously, it had a problem working with text. It didn't give you correct text. Now it does work better with generating text within the image. So while this is going, it's taking a while, but it will eventually get with it soon. While this is going on, I will show you how this is done in Copilot. So I have a Copilot window open here, which is this is my Copilot. You could simply type in Copilot that's cloud.microsoft, or you could type in Microsoft Copilot. It will take you to the Copilot website. And here too, you will be able to type in the different types of prompts. Those of you who are working in school systems, Touro has a Copilot that they provided us as administrator and faculty to be able to work with. It's more private, so that so you could work with that if you are working in Touro. Those of you who work in other school systems, you might have different policies. So I'm going to say generate a flyer for my 8th grade math club. Let's see what it does. It will also try to create. It goes to a designer. The designer is what Microsoft has. So let me just see while this is going on. I see ChatGPT is still working on this. Well, this is finished. Okay. Join us every Thursday. Well, actually, it didn't do very well with the text. But it's interesting what happened here. Okay, let's go on. The next thing that I want to show you is something called Meta AI, which is a AI by Meta. And what this does, it actually could create short video clips, 5 seconds. So let's say I want to create, for example, a teacher teaching a life cycle of a butterfly. So I'm saying generate a video of a teacher teaching a life. This is simply Meta AI. And when I do it this way, we actually generate a video of that image, which is also cool. Give it a minute to join to do that. So look at that. I mean, this is a very short video. Again, this was just generated. You could use a different style. There's a lot of different things you could do with this. So again, as I said, I'm just giving you the ideas. You have to, work on this and do more things. So let's say I want to do painting. I could click on that and it will generate into a painting. Okay, so this is as far as the Meta. You could play around with this. If this doesn't work, you could always try a new one. And create a new image. So you see I have different images with teachers teaching, which is cool. How many of you know about the video in Meta? Yeah. Okay, so the question is, can it do GIFs? I believe the Copilot can do GIFs. Actually, let me see. So give me an example of a GIF. What GIF would you like to do? Create a GIF of, I will show you how to create a GIF actually with Google Studio of a happy face. Okay, we'll give it a second. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Is it a GIF? Well, I created me a happy face. I'm not sure if this is a GIF. It's a JPEG. All right, I do want to show you that we do have a way to create GIFs actually, if we go to Google Studio. So the next thing that I want to show you is, so hold on, let me just get this. Somebody's writing on my screen, so let me just close that. Clear. Okay, so we did Meta, Google Studio. Now, Google Studio is pretty interesting. But if I go to Google Studio and I want to ask it to do something. So first of all, before I go through this, there is Stream, which is actually I could talk with it. It's like Gemini, but it's with audio. So let me just make sure that I'm sharing my computer sound. Okay, and I could talk with it, or I could even share my screen. Okay, so let me show you something which is very cool. I don't know if how many of you know about this, but let's say I have my here's a sample generated Excel spreadsheet that I have, right? Now, what I want to do, for example, let's say I want to create a new column over here, right? But I don't know how to do it. So watch this. I go to Google Studio. I go to Stream. I share my screen. Okay, it tells you what do I want to share. So I want to share this one, for example, right? So I click on share. By the way, this is all made up.
Okay, how may I help you today with this Excel sheet?
Yes, hi, Gemini. I would like to add a new column after feedback, and I want you to set it to no comment.
Sure, I can add a new column after the feedback column and set it to no comment. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, I have added the new column. Is there anything else I can help you with regarding
No,
this spreadsheet?
please tell me step by step how to add it myself.
To edit the Excel sheet yourself, first select the column after feedback. Then right-click and choose Insert to add a new column. Finally,
So tell me step by step to make sure that I'm doing it right, please.
once you right-click the column, select Insert. This will add a new column to the left of the column you selected. Does that make sense?
Yes. So how cool is that? Now, let's say I want to do something else. Let's say I want to use Canva and I don't know how to use Canva, right? Let's say I want to use Canva and I want to create a video. I could ask it to please go over with me how to create a video using Canva. So let's say, for example, I go like this and I say, share screen. I'm going to use my this connection failed to one more time. Sometimes this happens. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
All right, can you tell me how I can create a free video, AI video, for my 8th grade class on math using Canva?
All right, you're looking to create a free AI video for your 8th grade math class. Is there a particular math topic you have in mind?
Algebra.
Algebra. Got it.
What do I do?
Are you still there?
Yes.
Do you have a Google account or Gmail account?
All right, you see my screen. Tell me what to do based on what you see on my screen.
Okay. I see you're on the Google search page. Would you like me to guide you through using Google AI Studio, which is also listed on that page, to
No,
create an AI video?
I would like to use Canva. All right, anyway, I don't want to take you through this because it might take time. So, but you could definitely try this. I think it's great. Oh, sorry, I just started a new one. But this is called Stream. Okay, there's also video generator that you could create a video. So I want horses running, and I run. Oh, it's the failed to generate permission denied. It's interesting. Let me refresh the page. Okay, let's run this. Okay, it will hopefully get this to run. Let me see meanwhile if I've got my, check this out. You see, finally my ad was created. Remember when I did this for ChatGPT? So look at this. Isn't this cool? It actually has the correct text. If you want to change the name, you could always say, please add the name and the email address underneath it. And everything was generated using AI. Did anybody know about this thing? This is cool, right? Yeah, I mean, I always enjoy using this. Sometimes I'm on this for hours at a time. Okay, let's go back to our horses running. And let's run this. Look at that. This is a video generated, right? How cool is that?
How do you get that again? What app is that?
This is the Google Studio. So when you go to Google Studio, on the left side, you see all of these. And all of these is free. Okay. What I used before was Stream. Then I used the video generator. Now, we also have the starter apps. And this is really cool. I'm not going to have a chance to go through all of these. But the question initially was, how do you create GIFs, right? Who asked that question? Let me see who that was. Creating GIF.
I asked that question. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So here is for you. There's Magical GIF Maker. All right. So here, actually you could create a GIF. So tell me, what type of GIF would you like to create?
Do space.
Space walking. Okay, so it will create all these faces, and then once it's done, it will animate them. Just give it a second. Wait, hold on, wait, it's coming. There we go. And this is my GIF. Okay, any other ideas? What were you saying before?
A mom and her daughter with groceries.
With roses, okay. So now it's gonna create all of these images. I mean, it's gonna take a few minutes. I mean, maybe a minute for this to do. And then once it creates all of the images together, it will put them together and makes a GIF. How cool is that? Okay, let's try a different thing. We don't have too much time. I did want to cover much more, so give it a minute. Look at that. Does that work for you?
Yes, that's cool.
Okay, let's get back to starter apps. And this is also cool if you want to have something in your classroom and people want to draw, especially if you have a laptop or a smart board, a Gemini core drawing. So you could draw anything, and then you could ask Gemini to put something for you. So for example, let's say I'm using a mouse, I'm drawing something like this. I don't know. I'm going to draw a circle here, circle here, and here. Let's put one here. Let's put another circle here. It's hard for me to draw, but you get the idea, right? Shoe going here like this, with this, like that, and going here. And let's put a seat. Okay. Schedule right there. Now watch. I'm going to say, make a person riding the bike. And what it will do is, look at that. How cool was that? Now I could say, make it colorful. Okay. Let's say I want to say, make an obstacle in front of the bike. All right. So basically it's drawing. You could play around with this. This is actually good for kids to be able, let's say you're doing seasons change and you want to draw some leaves and you want to make the leaves into yellow and then green and say, you know, what happened, how did it change colors and so on and so forth. And it does that. That's also pretty cool. Starter apps also has explaining things with lots of cats. This is good for all of you who are teachers, you know, in smaller grades, and you want to explain to students, for example, why do the stars glow at night? Okay, why do stars? Okay, and what it does is it creates specific things for your class. So it says, okay, imagine space, that it's super dark. Now picture tons of tiny cats. These cats are really energetic. They're bumping into each other all the time. They want to bump, they let out sparks, lots of tiny sparks and this and that. And then it goes through the whole understanding of why it does that. Or you could say a different thing. For example, why is the sun bright? Or what color, why the sun is yellow? And so here you could say, why is the sun yellow? Well, actually the sun is white. We see it as yellow, right? Anyway, so this is good.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, now let's go. You could play around with this more. If you want it to, somebody asked, read the text online to the students, you could always copy and paste text into the AI and it will read for you.
Can you also copy paste the images we made?
Yeah, you could paste the image and talk about it. Say, what is this image about? And it will tell you. So let's say I have an image. Let's see here. What I call. And then I will take the image of the car and I will put it inside Gemini, but I have to save it first. Let me go through the rest of the things. If I have time, I'll do that. And it's going to take a little bit of time for me to save it and upload it again. But give me a minute or two to just go through other things, and then I'll get back to that. The next thing that I want to show you is, I showed you this, starting sharing screen. Okay, there's another thing, prompt engineering. Everybody understands what prompt engineering is. It's a way for you to be able to write your prompts. And the better you write the prompt, the better results you will get. So OpenAI has basically a way of a training type of a thing where you could learn more about it. If you click on this link, it will take you to the platform where it will give you an overview of what the different chat GPT models are, what's the difference between the O4, O3, OI mini. It has text and prompting. It will tell you what is the difference between different prompt engineering. So I posted that in one of the slides. I hope we'll be able to send you this slide, or at least the links from the slides, which I do want to send you. This is a great quick start for you to get an idea of the different things that OpenAI does. You have image creation, text to speech, which
The sun rises in the east and sets in the west.
okay.
This simple fact has been observed by humans for thousands of years.
So you have a blog, you could read from it. It's called ChatGPT text to speech model. If you click on that, and then you could try in Playground. I have to log in. Anyway, you could do that while going through those instructions. Okay, let me just go through. So that's part of the training. This is a very, very basic understanding of what good prompts are. So you have to always, be specific, add context, use clear instructions, and ask for format. So here is a bad prompt. Tell me about history. The improved is give me a brief overview of the major events of a specific event in history. And then a better prompt is provide a concise overview. So the more you write, the more details you have, the better response you will get. You could even ask it to act as a specific expert in the field. Yes, Teresa, you have a question?
Yes. Is AI able to transcribe a video? Like I did a video for my student teaching,
Yes.
and I was trying to transcribe it, but I didn't know what I was doing.
So,
You
okay,
can.
that's a very good question. I believe the pro version of ChatGPT will allow you to do that. The free version, I'm not sure about, but we'll try to do a sample of this a little bit later. Okay, just remind me at the end of the session. I'll see which chat does it. But I remember I tried once with one of the AIs and it did work.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so this is also very cool. So prompts, if let's say you don't know how to write good prompts and you want something to help you with it. So this is called AI for Work. I don't know if anybody ever heard of this site. This is actually something that I used before also. So for example, you want to choose a department and you want to write different prompts for. So let's say I want education, right? So you click on education and then you say, I'm a curriculum developer, for example. And okay, so then you say, okay, for a curriculum development, I want to have a specific prompt that will allow me to do something. So for example, create an energetic module, construct an expert, so on and so forth. Which one should I use? Give me an example. Give me something for me to use. Can somebody tell me what you like based on what you see on the screen?
Lesson plan, create a lesson.
Lesson. Lesson plan. Oh, here it is. Okay. So I'm going to click on the creating lesson plan. Oh, I have to log in. So I do have a logged in account in here. I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to go to my Chrome, which I'm already logged in, and I'm going to press the URL, right? So this one I'm already logged in. So I'm going to, by the way, this is free. Whatever I'm showing you today is free. So I'm going to go to education. You only need to log into this thing. So I'm going to go to curriculum developer, and then we said we're going to go to lesson plan, right? So take a look at this. This looks pretty big, right? So it tells you copy this prompt. So I'm going to copy it. By the way, there is a short video here how to work with it. It's a 2-minute video that explains you how to use this prompt. So all I did was say, I don't know anything about prompts. I don't know about anything. All I know is that I saw this big thing here, and all I'm doing is I'm copying it. And then once it's copied, I'm going to go into my ChatGPT, going to open a new chat. By the way, this is the free ChatGPT. It's not the paid version. And I'm going to simply paste whatever I copied from that site. Everybody with me? Did I lose anyone? No? Okay. Now, then I'm going to click on go. Now what happens? It says, okay, I'm your expert curriculum developer AI from Area of Work. 5 quick questions before we get cooking. Okay. So answer these 5 questions. What subject and grade level? What is specific topic? What standards? How long should you be lesson? Be any particular teaching method? So let's do it. Say, give me an idea. Science. Okay, I want to do science for what grade? Give me a grade.
3rd grade.
3rd grade. Good. Specific topic of science, say earth science. Okay, next, any standards? Okay, let's say you want ISTE or ELA Common Core. Common Core, is that good? Standards. Okay, next. How long should the lesson be? So I want it to be 90 minutes for how many weeks? Let's say, I don't know, 8 weeks. Okay. A particular teaching method, you choose the teaching method as well as choose the text. Okay, so I'm going to ask it to do that for me. I'm going to press enter. And based on that, it will create me a lesson with my information in there, as well as the Common Core learning. See how cool is this? Now you could do this for a lot of different departments. Would you like me to evaluate this work? Okay, yes. Please continue. And then it will give me the list. The evaluation table and so on. Okay, let's go on to the next thing. What I did want to really show you here for my next thing was how, oh, this is really cool too. How many of you heard of difffit.me? Anybody here heard of this? Nobody? This is one of my favorite student-ready generators resources that you could use to create material for any grade level. So give me a topic. Earth science. What was it, 3rd grade? Or say, let's make it a little bit more complex. Let's make it 10th grade. Okay, and let's make it ELA. Anything else you want to add to it? Actually, you know what? We don't have to put 8th grade, 10th grade here, because I could use the 10th grade here. Okay, type of reading, informational text, obviously. And then I click on generate resources. This is a one-stop shop. So you don't have to worry about questions, sources, games, activities. This does everything for you. And it's free. So it will create the actual reading for you. So 10th grade, you could use, so this is the reading. I have to sign in. I actually have this signed in. In my other app. I have it in my, I normally sign, again, this is free, you just have to sign in. So let me go in here just one more time. So what did we say? We said Earth Science, ELA, and we want to say 10th grade. Is that what we said? 10th grade, and generate resources. And let's see what happens here. All right, take a look at this. It gives you a overview image, and then it will give me, oh, I thought I already signed in here. Okay, now I'm signed in, good. All right. All right, good. So adapted reading. I have this reading material. I have a summary. I have vocabulary keywords for that specific lesson. I have multiple choice questions for that specific lesson. Short answer questions, open-ended prompts. And now, say you have this done, and now you want to do get student activities. Okay, let me just erase it. Somebody's still writing on the board. Okay, and I'm going to click on get student activities. My recent was Jeopardy, because I like using Jeopardy, or you could use other games. And the cool thing about Jeopardy is that if you use Jeopardy, you could actually, it will fill in for you all of the information based on that lesson, and you'll be able to play this game in your classroom. How cool is that? Okay, I actually did this once with my database class. It didn't know some of the answers. I mean, some of the questions didn't working properly, but you could download it as PDF or PowerPoint or Google Slides. Let's say I want to do Google Slides, and give it a second. It will actually load up, and take a look at this. So I will run the presentation, slideshow. So it tells me, okay, topic, I could fix the topics, by the way. Sometimes the topics will not go over, but let's say I use this. What is the definition of atmosphere? I ask my class. See who says what? I go to answer. The envelope of gases surrounding Earth or another planet. I didn't do any of this. They did this for me, right? And then you could always go back and go to slideshow again, use topic 1, and so on and so forth. So a very easy way to create content, activities, as well as questions and so on. So this you could play around with because there's so much more you could do with this. And I didn't really go over it, and I only have 5 minutes left. I really wanted to have 20 minutes for questions. So let me just show something quickly. I actually did want to do the grading. Now, I don't think we're going to have really time for everybody to answer these questions, right? But I do want to show you something here. So let's say I want Copilot or ChatGPT to grade an assignment for me. Now, you could answer this question. If you have 2 minutes, let's just spend 2 minutes for this. Let's see if it works. Try to get scan this QR code and try to quickly answer the 2 questions in the QR code. I'll give you 1 minute to do this. I think it's going to be cool. By the way, I didn't try this. This is the first time I'm doing it, so I hope it's going to go smoothly. So here's an example of what I did last time with the students. And I asked them to give me a name of 1 negative impact that YouTube Shorts might have on learning, on education. Okay. So this is what I got. Now, obviously, this is more of a opinion type of a thing. It's not a clear yes or no or right or wrong answer. But what I could do is I could take this information. Obviously, you don't want to put it in if you have student. I just told them to put in their first name. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go to Copilot or ChatGPT for that matter. I like to use Copilot because it's more secure. So I'm going to go to Copilot. And that's going to be the last thing that I want to do with you because I don't think I'm going to have time. Let me go to Copilot. So I'm going to go to Copilot. And then I'm going to say, please grade the following students based on a rubric that you will create. Now, I created the rubric before. I don't have time to create. I could ask it to create a rubric for me. The question is, why do YouTube Shorts impact, or does YouTube impact learning, whatever. And then I'm going to put in my data, and I could ask it to create me so it created me, you see, the rubrics for it, and it will also create the depth. Now I could even ask it, please create a new column with your feedback. Did it create a new column with the feedback? It was supposed to create a new column. Or you could say, please provide me. Okay, I think it's getting late. Provide me with a downloadable Excel spreadsheet with the data, including a new column for feedback. Okay, and then let's see what it does. Now it's going to generate this information and it's going to put it into a new Excel spreadsheet. Or it didn't do it. It did it for me before. I don't know. Let's see. Try again. But it will do it. Okay, let me just finish up. I'm sorry I didn't get to really cover everything else in the presentation. But here is a rubrics that you could create based on the thing. Submit student work. If say you have some students who did work and you want the ChatGPT or AI to give you a better way of making sure that the student does better, you give it the work and it will create you the feedback based on that.
Can you show that again, please? For the student work? Yes, that. Thank you. A second. I just want to see.
This one?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't write this myself. I asked the AI to create it for me. Okay, now you could ask AI to be an expert, AI, you could ask it to pretend to be somebody famous in the past. These are other cool AI tools, which I did really want to go over, but unfortunately, I don't have time to go over this now. There's generating images, tips and tricks. One of the things that I do want to mention
Do you
here,
mind going back to the tools, please?
here.
Thank you.
Just one of the comments that I do have as tips is a lot of times the AI will not give you the correct information, so you might want to ask it again or ask it to give you links to make sure that the information is verified. Because sometimes it does hallucination, which means it will give you false information. I do also want to show you that sometimes you could even ask the Gemini to give you news articles. So let me show you very quickly. It takes 30 seconds. I think this is really cool. If you go to Gemini, it has an option that it connects to the web. I could ask it, I don't know, whatever. So I'm going to say, please check the news and show me give me a link to the news article about a plane going out from Florida that one of the engines got on fire. So this actually was about 2 or 3 days ago. Flight 1213. Now, you might say, oh, this is a false information, but you go to CBS News, for example, right? You click on it, and it will actually give you the news article that the plane engine went on fire, and there was a emergency evacuation of the plane, and everybody had to come out. And notice that I just searched for it, and Gemini was able to give me the information as well as a link to make sure that the information is correct. Okay, and I think that will conclude our presentation. But before you go,
Question, I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you off, but can you just tell me what to go to to transcribe a video? Like which one would I go to try to transcribe?
transcribing a Google video, I believe, I don't remember which one I used, but let's say I go to YouTube, right? And I want to get a video about life cycle of a butterfly. Life. All right, so let's say this one, right? Or let's say this. I'm going to copy the URL. And let me go to ChatGPT. I'm going to say, please transcribe the following video. Oh, look at that. Please provide more details. Details about the video. And I could ask it to give me the exact text. Is that what you wanted? To give you the exact text of the...
Yes.
Provide exact for the video. Hopefully this is from category. No, how come it didn't go through that? Okay, so where is the rest? You can view the complete phone narration. I don't know why it doesn't do that, but it's can you provide the full
It said that the full transcript is embedded in the vid, something this.
it could be embedded in there, but okay, let's see. Okay, narration. could also create a visual diagram. It's interesting that it only gives, maybe it is the whole thing. I'm not sure. Please provide a visual diagram. Let's see what it does. Okay, I mean, sometimes it does. It's you know, it's interesting. So here is a link to the diagram, which is good. Just one other thing that I did want to show you since you're here anyway. Oh, is that good? Anything else you wanted to ask before I go to something else very quickly?
No, that's I'll figure it out.
You could try Gemini. Maybe Gemini will be able to give you this. I don't know if Gemini does it, but so if I go to Gemini, I'm gonna say, please provide the transcript. By the way, the Gemini has something called deep research, which gives you much more information than regular. I provide the transcript for the following video clip. Let's see what it does. Oh, it says, I'm unable to provide the full transcript. But it does give you a little bit of it, you know?
Yeah, maybe it's private, and plus they already have their own caption, so that's probably why it's not working on YouTube.
Maybe.
Thank you.
Here's a summary.
But I think the transcript is always available in the video if you go on the side.
Yeah, that's what I said. But I was talking about my own video. I had created my own video, and I was trying to transcribe it, but I couldn't do. I didn't know.
So a lot of the video creation tools will do that for you. Like I know if you use Zoom, it does that for you if you create a video in Zoom.
YouTube too. I
Yeah,
also tried recently and it created all the subtitles and everything.
right.
Because I did the video on my phone. I did a video, but then my granddaughter, she put it on CapCut. Is that what it is? And I was asking her to transcribe it, but she didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just one last thing before you go. I think this is pretty very cool. How many of you heard of Suno.com?
No.
Nobody heard of Suno.com? So Suno is pretty cool. It actually will create a song for you based on anything you want. So let's say you're teaching seasons in your classroom. So I want to create a song about seasons change for 5th grade students. And what type of music do you want it to be? You want it to be rock, dance? Let's make it dance. Is that good? Anything else you want to add to it? All right, let's see what it does. I'm going to click on create. I have to sign in. Okay, let me just sign in. I'm actually sign in because I normally use my Google account. And again, you get around 10 to 20 songs a day, I believe. Okay, so here's creating something. I had other students give me ideas of songs. So I put in other songs based on other students' things. So here's one. Take a look. I'm going to click on play. Able to hear this?
So cold, so bright. Stars above in the silent night. Springtime blooms, colors flow. Feel the warmth, let it grow.
Are you able to hear?
Yes.
Seasons change.
Can hear it.
Let's choose another. It's cool when you could even download it.
Winter snow, so cold, so bright. Stars above in the silent night.
So it's pretty cool.
Springtime blooms, colors flow. Feel the warmth, let it grow. Seasons change.
If you don't like this normally but
So do you have to provide the lyrics or the information and then it turns into a song, or will it do it?
you could do that. Actually, that's a very good way of doing it. Actually, I did a similar thing. So you go to ChatGPT or to Google Gemini. So I'm going to go to ChatGPT. Let's see here. And then I will say, please create lyrics for life cycle of a butterfly for 7th graders. Okay, and then you take this thing and then you copy it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. Still going. Okay, let us finish. Okay, so I'm going to take this, going to copy it. Then we're going to go to Suno. I'm going to click on create, but this time I'm going to go to custom. And then it says add your own lyrics. So I'm going to add my own lyrics. Okay, then it says style. What type of style do I want? Now, by the way, there is a way you could explore to see what type of songs there are. So let's see here. Hold on. Let's go to explore for a second. So here are the different song types of songs. So let's say this, like this one, right? Choose what type of.
In the neon mist, we
Let's say jazz. Let's say you like jazz. I mean, I don't want dark jazz, but regular jazz. And I go to create again. What just happened here? Okay, I'm going to add my lyrics and I will put in the style jazz. And I will run it. What happened? Oh, how come I don't have the...
How do you save it?
No, I saved it, but oh, because this thing was on top of it. I'm sorry, I didn't see this create on the bottom. Okay, I have to create and create. My so the video thing was on top of it, so I wasn't able to see it.
I want to say thank you.
Okay, so that's it. You guys are free to go, by the way. You don't have to stay. But I just want to run this.
It starts with an egg on a leaf so green, tiny and still, almost unseen. Then comes the larva, hungry and small. Caterpillar crawls and eats it all, shedding its skin like it's changing clothes. Growing fast, that's how it goes. Egg to larva, then it hides away in a cozy case, a chrysalis stage. Metamorphosis, what a crazy ride. Now it's got wings, time to fly high. From leaf to sky, oh my, oh my. That's the
Can I
life
ask a
of a
question?
butterfly. Inside the shell.
All right, so that's basically that. Any questions?
Yes, one more, please. How can we check if our students are giving in papers written by AI?
Right, so that, to answer that question is definitely not an easy answer, because as much as people try to work with making sure that there is no there's AI plagiarism tools. However, there's also a problem that it does false negatives, meaning false positives, meaning that sometimes the system will say that it was plagiarized, in fact, that it wasn't. So there are a lot of different tools, which is not for this session, that you could submit. So for example, what we use here, we have the, in Canvas, we have a tool that does look for plagiarism, but there is no 100% type of a tool that will protect you from that. So that's why it's always a good idea to add some sort of a project or an assignment that is either in collaboration or or a presentation that a student does on their own to make sure that they know the material. I like to use Kahoot in my classes where you could use on the fly questions and the students answer those questions and they don't have time to go to ChatGPT. That could also be another workshop that I could give on different tools that you could use for assessments. But there is no one tool that will catch all plagiarized work.
Okay, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Sure.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right. Enjoy the rest of the night and thank you for joining us.
Thank you
Yes,
so much,
thank
Professor
you.
Bina. It was a pleasure.
Yes.
To everyone, and we would get a follow-up email from us thanking you for coming, and the recording would be available shortly. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
again. You're welcome.
Thank you, everybody.
Very informative.
Thank